Okay, so I'm back again with some new video content around the use of AI in real world use cases to interact with industrial data. Um, so in previous videos, you might have seen some approaches we've taken. So this kind of follow on from that. Um, so today we're going to do slightly different use cases. Previously, it was more on real time data. We're going to use some use cases using historical data as well today. Um, I guess before we jump into the actual use cases, I just need to explain what data is available to us in our virtual factory or our demo environment. And shout out to James Sider, my colleague, who's put together this, I suppose, this HTML based browser to show, I suppose, the architecture of the setup that we have and then what data is available. So, just really briefly, if we look here under the semantically organized data, we have a site, which is our Dublin site. And under that, there's a number of areas. So production areas, utilities areas, um, quality and lab um, areas and stuff like that. So really quickly, under production, we have different types of data available. So process data, for example. So this one is a particular reactor and it has process data like temperatures, pumps, valves, what current step is running. We've MES data, which is more relevant to things like the batch ID and the recipes that are running on the system at the moment. Other things like sample statuses, which would be kind of LIMS related, energy monitoring type of data, so energy consumption. So that would be kind of similar in other production areas. In our QA area, we have some LIMS data, so what equipment has been used in the labs, what samples are available for that have been taken, etc. So this is the type of data we have available in this demo environment. Okay, so I'm going to jump out of this and go into the use cases. So I'm going to pop into Claude. Okay, so Claude is our agent or our LLM that we're going to use to interact with that industrial data. So the first use case I'm going to look at is from the perspective of someone in operations wanting to know how a piece of equipment is performing. So let's say, what is the current status of TK001? So TK001 is one of the reactors in one of the control systems that we have as part of our environment. And show me the values for the relevant data. So something kind of A, and let's see how Claude deals with that. Okay, so you can see Claude is using the available MCP tools to retrieve, I suppose, a response to the prompt that was given. So it's working through that at the moment using different tools. Excuse me. And let's see what kind of information we get back from Claude. Okay, so Claude has come back now with the current status values. So if we look, then it's saying it's in a particular step, right? So the process is in the achieving temperature step. It sees the various instrumentation values there, temperatures and levels, valve statuses, pump statuses, the energy consumption on the piece of equipment at the moment, and a bit of a summary at the end, some batch and quality stuff there as well. Okay, so let's take it a step further and introduce some, I suppose, historical type of data. So can you generate a trend of the TK001 product temperature, say over the last 15 minutes. Okay, so a slightly different type of prompt. The previous one was kind of relying on, I suppose, the current status or the real-time data available. So this time we're using something slightly different, and we're leveraging the Time-based historian, which has MCP server, I suppose, capabilities, and pre-built MCP tools for kind of historical use. I suppose shout out to the guys in Flow Software who developed the Timebase product itself. They've done an amazing job with it, and obviously they're all analytics products, etc. So I suppose if you don't know anything about these guys or not aware of what they're doing, you should check them out because they're doing some phenomenal stuff. And just let Claude work through this. So it's building out a trend as I've requested. Okay, so we got a result. So a nice trend here based on the prompt. So product temperature over the last 15 minutes. This is the current temperature. I've got a min and max that is seen over the last 15 minutes. It's got some nice interactive little features here and some analysis of that trend. It's a really, really nice result. So that's a nice use case there. We're going to just jump onto a slightly different use case then. So this one would be from the perspective of someone in a lab or in the quality department. So let's go with, can you show me the last 15 samples for TK003? Okay, so TK003 is a different reactor in a different control system in our demo environment. So again, you can see Claude is taking the prompt. It's found an MCP tool to use to get the result it needs. Okay, so it's come back as a table here. It's building it out. So these are the results. So this is the data from the LIMS and the MES, etc., and all kind of contextualized together. So it's got some batch IDs, sample numbers, equipment that was used, pass and fail rates, or pass and fail results, should I say, the values, some key observations then about the type of data. So let's say, what insights can you give me based on this data? Okay, so I'm going to ask Claude just to have a look at the data it retrieved and see, can it give me any, I suppose, information that I can follow up on. Okay, so it's found something here. Let it work its way through it. Okay, so quality concerns. So yeah, I guess it's pointed out that some of the samples had very low measurements on the failed samples. It's pulled out specific batches that showed some extreme variability. So I guess that's pointing out maybe some investigation needs to go into why we were getting some failed results on specific batches. Equipment performance. Let me just have a little read. Okay, so in the sample set of results there, it's saying, yeah, there's more consistent results when the pH meter 1 is being used as opposed to 2. Yeah, and it's, I suppose, recommending to see if that second meter needs additional calibration. Process trends, etc., recommended actions. So yeah, find out what's happening with these bad results, maybe calibration at the other meter, specific batches that are called out. Really really important and interesting results there. So let me just say, can you generate this as a report? Okay. Okay. So Claude has gone and taken, I suppose, the insights that it's found from the data, and is building out a detailed report that I can maybe pass on to a colleague or someone that needs to kind of follow up on this. And just wait till it's finished out a little bit. Okay. So yeah, a nice little heading, some executive summary, some key findings, some issues that it's found. So it's summarizing that, a bit of metrics around the different results it's looking at, the result set, etc. Okay. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough of a number of real world use cases, and maybe keep an eye out because we're working on some more interesting examples that we're going to be putting out over the coming days and weeks. So thanks for watching, and yeah, catch you on the next one.